Sia Peace 104.3 FM Sony Adishmaima Yamamu nyina che ema mu afinhia pa ensema hodo ayaboa no omaimu ne ama hodo so na anopeye sinkonwa edebesomo kasebo etwa ho afa hello 101.5 yewadum ewokuma bankran ha okay 101.7 neat 100.9 yenyina wo shefikesie mu ewo Abeka Junction Ghana ha ne amano ni radio stations ahodo pi no nyina kambom efa kasebo ya to apeti wiase amade shepia koma wo mo enye bi etie ena no pay nsem we de esomo no ne edi mu akoten ebi enem so afọ abedi e kire ohwe ensra hwe ya mamre ne adwini ahodo eso de atudwa SSC ade kwa 2025 paragliding no eguso den
na second edition eye kwa business forum no wo maboa won ho ebeye butubutu pa
na Africa Center for Energy Policy so de atudwa sesa bayan na gene ese da mines no opeso okoje eboso dia onsesa na emwa
Ghana Association of Medical Laboratory Scientists omo kire se kwan a aban hedo omo fa so no omo mpe aso wayi omo ayi pemu sa
sanso eno panyeka se on da NP ano e de atudwa esemfie mpimienu ene aduonu ngotwe se MPP amayoko na dwene yi wo mo se wo mo ba bedi omayi so afa manya konwa transo biem dia wo mo boa wo se woni NDC gina mpendu wo mbebu nka mo mafa so
na enkane akontomra DC o se MPP wejai
na yeko amanone ense mu nso so a Donald Trump ababonche dia babetudwa ese asumdwa wo mpese ekoso ewo Ukraine ene ne mpotemo ne Russia fontem no so wo mo hena kasese na betwetwe ne na ase ne ade a wo mbeyu na wo ani mbeyu wo nse from so no mapombe bia tena kora
Eze bika won ye de bramo enyumako bi adaroma ye this way chocolate drink the ohia ye share ye was special ice mineral water ye was special drinks and I was best point savings and loans one more ene enyumako aso asenama anopeka seboy ye de bramo midi e de akosia sapon mene
Mame biama kwa Africa sebo no nsem eni osoafo abedi a kire ono na hwe nsra hwe ya mamre na afadwuni ho nsem eso honorable UC Saka Jaja en wode atudwa ese emfie bebreni ya kwawu afasha na se kwawu Easter ye dia ya afasha sonko nam soma Ghana nyina edru Easter bremu a ye gitwi ekopiem ewo kwawu no wo kire se honom so eye biaye a ye hwe ese nsra hwe ebetimi afa ne ntuma pefra yie pa na esan san nsra hwe ntin nipa pem no mu fa chichiri benche nyina ani wo mabusua eba edu wo mani kotwori se behwe ne yekoso ewo kwawu onabu Yusuf Isaka Jaja ebra odi ne soafo enim ede enswa hodo bi etudwa bra afi paragliding afahye no wo mo ekobi ano ewo kwawu no de ka ho bio se enya paragliding nko a eno wo ba be na emomu no ade a nwumadi ahodo pi so eka ho na efeye papa edisa wo Ghana ha na fi wanfo ani ankyere kwawudi a no wala
A deliberate effort by the Ministry of Tourism, Culture and Creative Arts and its stakeholders to diversify our tourism offerings and recreational tourism. This initiative leverages the region's rich natural, cultural, and historical resources to boost visitation, creation wealth, and generate employment opportunities for local communities. Ladies and gentlemen, potential investment areas in our tourism sector include accommodation, catering, transportation, entertainment, and creating to both accommodation and domestic and international tourism. Investing in these facilities alongside infrastructure development, such as access to roads, will undoubtedly attract further investment in ecologies, businesses, centers, and more.
Na wowie ye na appointmentam esoafo Mrs. Akosua Awate Ajeyi ono so oba ye wodani behwe sa paragliding festival ni bi no chese sa ne mantam ni nyame ahira wo mo sa na nyame onyankopon adomo achade ahodo pi wo mo sa wa mamre ni amane sonko a chese wo hwe kwan ya na nanom ahemfo ne adehia wo mo akwo efa so agi o manfo a wo atu e de ba kwa nu a na chese efeye papa
What has begun as a small initiative has evolved into a major international event, attracting visitors from all over the world. And today as well, it is not just a celebration of an adventure sport, but also a platform to showcase the beauty, culture, and hospitality of the people of Kwao and we as Eastern Region. As we gather here to celebrate, let us take a moment to appreciate the incredible beauty of Kwao. Our region is blessed with vast natural resources, rich culture, and welcoming people. Therefore, be our collective effort and duty to harness these resources to strengthen for advancement of our communities.
Employment for ena oten enkano na unikrakra mu no ena chief executive officer ya oda Ghana Tourism Authority ano mamiefua ono so de tudwa GT wo mawiata so paaso wo behwe ama ebibrem atoyem ha wo pe omanya agintinti man e won srahwe emu a omai Ghana ye ne behwiri edikan na sa paragliding festival no eno e wo chefa kese pa e wo mu ebeboa amasa ni so ade hunu no wo maduro ho.
This festival embodies the spirit of unity and heritage and progress. Last year, 2024, we celebrated a historic milestone that 7,463 attendees flocked into the Etua Noma Mountain with 138 tandem flights and 24 solo flights, a remarkable 49% increase in the participation of the previous years. This growth not only heightens Ghana's rising prominence in West Africa premier tourism destination, but also underscores the festival's role in boosting local economies, creating youth opportunities, and showcasing our rich traditions.
Enyoma eba beboa ama ye sika samatumi agya ne naso afa mabunu enya mfaso ede afri so wa wo ye adwuma wo hunu so akwakogi nimdie na ade aba baye wadwuma ama na boa na enei wo kyese saa dwumadie ye toso mienu me kire Kwawu Business Forum no twetwe banks eno eya nkrankra ene aban de no bese aduonu empanimfo omoda no ene omo anim difo no omo aba na afei wo mo a wo mabiebie nwuma ewo Ghana ha sei no ankrankra ede no omo soso aba beka ho na omo nyina aba be charge wo mo ama emabunu atimi ahunu nyoma wodo esese wonom eye na atimi aboa ma omo mabie nwuma foforo wo mo bre a wo mo mfiri mpagya nkosoro no wo mahundu omo ebeye na eno ena ensantrofo ebopri onipa baako a ono so eka wo mo a ehhehye dwumadie yi owura Benjamin Suman ema wo kyerɛkyerɛ mu sɛ saa Business Forum media wo mo hwa sɛ obi bia o wosikasam ha ewo na dwuma wa bie ho afei obi o pese o tere na dwuma mu afei obi o ho a o ye babunu owo nyansa no owo enhyehyɛ no ewo ho a ohia sika ene ode afiti adwuma titiri ne mabunu no ene ideas ne de dɔɔso pa we mu nyina ye kwan ye beboa ama omanya emmoa ede afiri mu na sikasam atumi ayeyie
nea esne ni so an se ebeba se ankorankora adwuma yefo no ebetumi ne a bank for mpanifo bank managers ne CEOs no ebedi nkita ho na omo etumi ate omo ho ase na emboa ankorankora adwuma yefo no hia efi abank na abankofo no etumi de samwa no ede aboa ankorankora adwuma yefo no ama omo dwumedi omo di wo man mu no emu abai natre na dwumadie foforo bi esi ankorankora dwumani bi eni so no etumi abemu so be so share dwumadie foforo bi ase so bank for no so mo kwana mwa ese de so tumi bemu enti nia Kwawu Business Forum ebe ni ewo mu no
eno achi no de kan ho say financial institutions no me kire banks ahodo a wonom eba no wo mo ebehwe se enyuma emakomako be se num de o mbetimi atere mu ama o na kyese o mbeboa no no ena afesu so emabunu a wonom ewo ideas anase wo mo akruche adwene bi a ebetimi di adwuma bi aba ma o manfo anya bi aye no eno so o mbeboa wo mo
ye kan wotsena die ya eba so yi eye empren etosu bi ni ye Kwawu Business Forum no ye no 2024 Easter abresa on ko a ɛyɛ akwankwa adwuma edifo no ɛtena seka bo mu hu nia ɔmo hwehwɛ fi aban nkyɛn ne nia ɛsɛ aban yɛ de bo ɔmo no ɔmo so dwumadi ɔmo di no ɔmo pi na etumi bai na adwumadi ɔmo di no mu bai a Ghana forma na ɔmo before ɔmo adwuma sɛ adwumadi no so ɔmo di no so ɛkɔso a ɔmo tumi nya mfaso ne ɔmo tumi didi ɛde etua aban ka ɛyɛ tax enti aban ni so ade hu no sɛ ɛbɛhwɛ na akwankwa adwumadi for ɔmo adwuma no ɔmo bɛbai na ɛbɛkyerɛ
Any ayeti ye opanyina woka won mu a ahyehyɛ business forum ya ekoso wo kwawi ora Benjamin Suman any ete so kasa no Michael Akrofi ense ntwoni na edin semi brey Africa Center for Energy Policy they are said to abaye nim says abangwa howa so eye nhyehyɛ sɛ da mines no oba kwaje aboso dia aban hwese obetimi asesa na adwene ɛwɔ ho na wɔn aginasi a wɔn asie sɛ adwumako no wɔn license wɔn renew anaso wɔn ensakra mu emfa wɔn sɛ bɛyɛ wɔn betimi ayɛ adwuma no wɔkyerɛ sɛ aban hwese saa adwene ne agina wasie no obesesa na adwene ɛwɔ ho na wɔn kyerɛ sɛ enra ɛna wɔn license no etu twa ya na se spy na akwakofa ensema hodo pi na aba enam so ama impo no adwumako no ɛyɛ wɔn adwene sɛ wɔ so mutimi etu ho anamo bi na wɔn gyina so friends ntwefo nhye mu and executive director ya oda ASEP Anoben Boache wɔde etu dwasa na mo aban etu no anamasa aban epepre ne hododo aban to ne boase no wɔn enhwɛ sɛ wɔn de asemba akoto mpanyimfo ne momasi ho nkonwa aka wɔn bɛka ne nyinaa awie apani ne duagubre ansa na saban wagidansu aginasie bi a wosuosi a watimi esi wɔkyerɛ saa de saban anhwɛ antimi antoto ne emaye anka ne yie amma wɔn antoa so anyi wɔn adwuma ɛbɛyɛ den sɛ ahoho bɛfiri abɔnten bɛba ɛde wɔn sika ababɛwura Ghana yenwuma emu wɔkyerɛ aban ɛwɔ sɛ aban to ne boase na osi nkonwa ɛgye adwenkyerɛ ɛwɔ mmara ɛne hyehyɛ pa ɛkwan so sɛ ne ɛbɛyɛ a ɛbɛtimi aboa ma afanu ne nyinaa obi a ɛtimi anya adwuma no eso emfaso nto so sraban se wo mo de asem na kwakopie mpanyianim ehwe ma embra ene hyehyeye edi akotene ewo mu ahwe aka se beya saa nkitahudie ni ayonkofa papa eda enwumaku ahodo ye amanone nwumaku a wo mo aba wo maimu a wo mo eye adwuma entem no saa ayonkofa bekoso a atena ehonomo.
The government decision based on the advice of the Minerals Commission not to renew the mining lease of Abosu Goldfield Limited in Daman. In the course of this week, ASEP has closely monitored this development. However, we had hoped that the communications between the government and the company will be maintained for a little longer. That's the decision of the government to take over the mine after April 18th, which is tomorrow. ASEP calls for a halt in the operations, expropriate the mine tomorrow, but the mining industry risks crucifixion as well. The government needs to exercise restraint, renew dialogue, and pursue a legally guided resolution that protects the interests of both the states and the investors.
Na yera bemboache esan to aso na o chese one o my Ghana eya adwene ana oni mpanyufo no ya adwene pa se Ghana yen na fa ngudie na dia enti wo se timi boa ye nya so fa so pi mmiri bi atwam a da bia won ba no ma betu no ma pete fa kakra no de apoma ya no mo se monye munso munye na wo mo de apoma ye no o chese abre no atwam one aban ya adwene pa se ye tu fa ngudie wo se Ghana ye nya eso fa so bi na enso ye tu sa na mo no ye hwese ye de shepa ebegu akwamu ne aye na emfaso no abama ye nyina na ekowie kira obia etimi asere.
The conservative economic criteria is just a decision tool which tends to be a dynamic based on changing economic variables around the operations of the mine. The state and its agencies cannot pretend not to understand this economic decision tool in the industry. To the extent that the Commission is holding such a dynamic tool constant and impede any change in the company's position even as the economic variables change is regrettable. ASEP agrees that Ghana deserves to benefit fully from its mining mineral resource. However, any stakeholder truly aligned with this national goal must be transparent and factual in demonstrating how their decision maximized public benefit.
ene a woti ye openya wono ene executive director eda Africa Center for Energy Policy ASAP Ben Boache Prince Bafo Samoane Boansemi anobai.
President Yaoda Ghana Association of Medical Laboratory Scientists ano Dr. Eric Edu na wache se enoma nheda enkoye pa na wache mu se aban ayinani ede ama wo mo medical laboratory scientists for no won for mo nyehwe na ekoba se ya ebe ha adwene papa o se sie wo hwa wo mo kwakwaje ntete no wo mo age awie na so se be ya ebe fa wo mo eno no akwakoye Boachi bidin eno jopanyi kire se koba se aban yinani ede ma wo mo saa na ebe ha adwene na wo kire mu se be se enipa wo mage ntete no o mo qualify be se empem nan ena se wo mo ho a wo mo nya adwuma aban no so nye na dwen se wo de wo mo kwakoto baabi anes fo be se empem dunum o mo so saa na we mo nyina ya ade bi a ese fata se ema ye yam hyehye ye ewo ho enye se beduru baabi no ebe ha adwene.
Since the year 2020 amza ban emfa medical lab scientists be adwuma yen call for atv over nipa about 4,000 but recently yet is aban emfa nurses for over 15,000 people. Intending say in the healthcare delivery system. That's a whole for be jobia. Then we feel neglected. Mr. Obesha NDC government, or promise Med Lab Council, whether Allied Health Professions Council are regulating medical lab services. Into a medical lab scientists for almost numbers here nearly over 9,000. That's a councillor. I think they better take a lot of the work from the Allied Health Professions Council. And into the as well as the boss share, on Shana, this was a family.
Any president of the Ghana Association of Medical Laboratory Scientists, Dr. Eric Edu, enono. Na China Director of Allied Health Professionals, Dr. Ignatius Nicole Abowini Bunu. Ono so eka ensem sei ena etudwa.
Two key things. One centered on the primary health care. The government's vision is that over 50% of our citizens access healthcare at the primary healthcare level. So if you use finance as a barrier, what will happen is that a lot of them cannot access that quality healthcare. So government is seeking to see from polyclinic levels downwards, anybody who goes to that level of care does not pay anything, can enter there and receive healthcare free. This is certainly an expansion to the services by every citizen. And I drew the attention to the fact that as lab scientists, they must be looking at how they can support that vision by ensuring that the needed testing services at those centers are also available.
And what your opinion say a Casadifa Mahama case who say a bebuapa.
The second issue I mentioned was the Mahama case. That is a medical trust fund that is established to ensure that people who have certain chronic conditions like cardiovascular diseases, like renal failures, chronic situations of diabetes can receive health care. And at that point, these conditions I mentioned are part of what we call the non-communicable diseases. So on this special note, lab scientists must certainly look at how they can make the services they provide more patient-centered. That means everything is designed with the client in mind. And I also told them the need for us to inculcate technology, digitalization, artificial intelligence in the laboratory practice to make the service more sustainable.
And here, Director of Allied Health Professionals, Dr. Ignatius Nicole Abowini Bunu. Ena yete se okasano George say yense ntwere ni wono ena di nsem yibreye.
Dr. Lawyer Ejujita Maklo CEO ya oda National Petroleum Authority ano na ode atudwa ese NDC amayuko no mu gina wo man so se pa bene pa na FMP mienu ene aduno enwotwe se MPP amayuko na dwene wo mo se wo mo eba be hotiri akodwa no e de free NDC ensempa de ne wo mo ensesa wo mo anokra isanse NDC wo mo entena se emma NPP emeji akodwa no emfiri wo mo nsam nyese bia wo mo ebe bɛyɛ biribi sonko bia na mmom no ɛhyehyɛ yɛ pa aban no ɛde bɛgu akwan mu ahwɛ sɛ Ghana ni ba bia ɛho bɛtɔ no ɛho bɛdwo no na nea obia ɛwɔ ne nsa ɛka ne nsa aka no wɔse ɛno ɛna bɛma Ghanafoɔ ani aba wɔn ho so na wɔn asan ato aba no ɛde ama NDC amayuko no ebio.
This is the time for sober reflection. The teeming supporters of MPP. Oma komendina eda form. President Mahama, eshe Ghana for bo. Seneba, miensa bi. Inti, oye de even a 120-day social contract. Eyenesa, ye can say, that 120 days no, and soon ye, bonus assessment. After 8 years of disaster, you can say, even with the economy, and Crawford to call a buying bonds. Almost sorry 1 morning, not a buying say, Mintia, say, and Crawford demonstration at the Ministry of Finance, say, a buying bonds that will turn when Mintia will be that. And see why the MPP lost the election, the worst defeat.
Na wa manas one more was side way etwaso.
Russia, Ukraine, and Ghana, sub you, one man call for haircut, Ghana. And then you are telling them, say, the reason why you give them haircut is Russia-Ukraine war. And the people were seeing you. They said, no, it cannot be Russia-Ukraine. Ghana not responsible for anything. Either say COVID-19, Russia-Ukraine war, or something. They were never responsible for anything. John Mahama Shebo said, "Oh, be man penny piwa." Sa Levia, Manado Danko Kufadu, any Baumia, Ekofa Baye, NDC for ni John Mahama can say, I shall abolish the e-levy law. No. And to the glory of God, John Mahama has abolished e-levy. Has Ghana gone to a halt? No. It means that it was doable.
Ne krakra mo no obo NDC amayuko no wo mo hihye ahodo mo de eba abaso pa se wo mo ebehwe atenetene nihema na mampanyi Mahama eba no ka che Ganafo ese wo mo emma no enefo oha ne adu no hihye ahodo bebre ho no mo de begu akwamu animanim ye na mpa enefo oha adu no kura enu otimi atoto ne ahodo pi na o chese bi bete se 1 million coders ise wo muguso betting tax wo mo ye free ho enkokon nketengeti program and also one de bad den.
The total revenue over the year, you use 6% at the total. Your friend a tax refund account. So 6% no. We don't do any barmia no mudi. No mudi to any GBG, $1.5 million every month. No mudi to SML. No mudi to videos payments. To all these schemes. John Mahama has found an innovative way to sustain free SHS. With over 3 billion Ghana cedis, Yankoboro, Yanfa oil money, a tax refund and a tweaking. And you are saying, John Mahama will launch the 1 million coders program. First at 90,000 applications. And then you betting tax. The investors in Yaje, in Kukon feed Ghana. Every year, we are doing over $400 million worth of visa. It's a game changer. The pressure on the city will come down and a steady progress. President John Dramani Mahama is focused. So far, there is calmness in the country.
Eni auti ye CEO ya oda National Petroleum Authority and no lawyer Ejuji Tamaklo nana ya wa from ene bo ansemi no ba.
Ora apia ku bi bedu enkane parliamentary candidate ewo Sefia Kontomra constituency ma MPP amanyoko no mekire Western North region na opanyini dibre bebre enwadi ewo MPP amanyoko num ewo ho ema Kontomra kra no obeye aban krachi ewo ho panyin kire se idea MPP party no afiri mu wajaye entu atwokrata de akoma constituency chairman ama ora bedu HSS ani gina sie eye ade a wo sie esanse enfie bebre nie ena kwan a wom de na faso no ne na busuafo afaso ewo MPP amanyoko nim no emwa no enti esefata so obesi sa aginaye no na watwe ne ho afei atoa na braboso ora apia kubi bedu ekire se okaso wo si nkonwa no akansam pa party no dia ye no pa ewo ne importamu ho a esemwani enso okakire wasi enfie bebrenie enioma hye na koma so ayete se obi aya wade na wo kasa de anipa yi mi yentena senka ho asem na emom esan se nipa no wo broni beka so wo upper hand na wo tumi nti no na waka wa hye na wa miawo omo se anya hwe wo de twa so nya hwe nti ade no ahye ni mu a pepe so ama ahye na koma so a se wo ye ho hwe nye ye de obeya ne se obejai party
party ni mom na eyi mi free match na me na sabe maso de na na betim nti so mo ka say party na boa me na yi o mama enye nokre o ma na eyi mi ni mabusia for free party ni mo force embassy na mo na officially na me communicate to the public nti wo ka ta na more or less an eyes on the cake say the omo ye me nwe tintin nyina no afi na nyame adom if you say enough is enough to quit from the party nti ya nokre nti party no ye do tiny sabe yen ka we mo sam yen nwe ye ni predinti yen so yen ni sa say that say ya na ye ma nimpo ame ye panini ye say God no so her blood is the man nyina I gave it to them when I was a politician the blood is in them ke to bi o mu so potential politician but me tremble me how could I that here in fact e be me ya nti personally it's a painful decision but I have to take it to save my family from the agony that we are going through.
Any ayeti ye enkane parliamentary candidate on the wakosa amprensa eno sabe ya bankrache wo sehwia kontomra abankrache ewo empotemu ho ono na yete so kasa we ora apia kubi bedu na eno achi no empanimfo wonum da MPP amanyokuo no anim ewo sehwia kontomra constituency United Patriotic Front for no wo mo president ora Edofo Francis o se an wo mo ahune krata no wo magye na eye ne wanwa pa se ora apia kubi bedu na oye MPP ni mapa obeya aban krachi wanya mfaso bebre na afi wo kire se wojai party no
Intimidation. The reason ya wo de ba ye die enye ye mu bi nwanwa because we saw it from 2016. Ye ka say ya more treaty obi anase obi nya party ni mo hwe a ye bra panyin apia kubi. Di obeye DC obenya diplomatic passport a wo di two kwan ko US. 3-time parliamentary candidate on post DC on president first time DC in the history of Akontomra. Minua nti ye ka say obi party ni obi ani ya enya wona bo apia kubi. Na te say the America no. Say we ye adwuma oba abegin appointment nti no as well resign officially na mebusa say na nko ben resign a nti wo de watena ho ya adwuma ama NDC nti say NDC we ni wie ni omuso mbe ma appointment na wo be ka say party ni wani ni ya memmu party na nimtia say party na anya hwe ya de ama
eni ayati ye MPP amanyokuo no wo mo enkrabata ni bi anase ekuo bi ewom United Patriotic Front one president your friend ora Edofo Francis ni ete say o kasa no Kwame Konto Boatin Lord FM se bekwai Western North region and odinsim yi ebreye
Enso TV South aban crash panyi Benjamin Asabre Donko na wodinsem bi ato edwa ya wo cheche mu ese wo hwe ne mpesua no eso a adwuma enni ho ema mabunu ntene enam so ma mabunu dodo no a edo mo ho ahye no bone enum emu ne senti ye nani so ade hunu kase pa se yagina tumi prekope wo behwe ese obetu na mo bi ebeboa ama mabuna ewo ne mpesua no so no wo mo atimi anya adwuma aye na wode sansemi to peace kase bonim ebra assembly members makoma aduasa ensia eto abama no boom just 100% pa emma say wo magina to mpreko pesa bankra chipanyi ewo Asutifit South na no chese adwuma obenya ama mabunu aye no nani so ade hunu edikan to obefa ku adwuma so ahwaboa ama mabunu dodo no a etimi anya adwuma aye na wo matwom ho afri no bone enom ho isanse no bone enom no eno ene de wo haw bebre ebeto wo mo apomuden ehun sam so eno entin koda obehwe se assembly no omo ankasa beye adwuma etimi anya sikade ato assembly no efutuo mu sebeya bibite sa honidi apomuden ho sam ngumasua wo mbetimi amasika akohono mo ede aboa adehia wo mpotam ho
Yusa dia ha me kasipa ne se yemrantie no eni adwuma om ne nti amatra ma one ne manema ese wo mabo betumi na asifo youth na Greek ye be se betumi ne mrantie no aye adwuma ye wie na ye call revenue ese me hwe se AGF e be gino district wo no ye be increase no me frizum lion na eba ti se frizum lion eba dia na sanitation dia ayade amede ma adwene be koso kasipa ya hwe ama ye district no emu ayi neat ye to so ye education so ye be se education so ye be boa na etuma tumpon
we a certificate south a bank crash penny for frokra ya wo mato aba ageno atum Benjamin Asabre Donko na ye kopiem a certificate north ye Kenya se ho so assembly members makomako aduasansia wo mo eto aba boom edema Hafiz Dauda say ono na meye aban crash penye e wo honto mo afo na so agena to mprekope ono so de tudwa ese ne mensi no ha hodo pii no mo FM ensuo ho den apomde ho nsama to nsuom enwumasu akora de ne yenka e na honidie so de ko mebu na eni adwumaye eno so yade bia ha wo mo papa eti ono so abai no wone aboafo ahodo na enwaku akese a wo ne mpesua no so ebedi kasubom na sebe ya wo mbetimi aboa no na sa niema nyina wabobo so ayo how ha esutifi north adehye no watimi aso ano ama won
Stephen North since your more probably nyina the district challenges very well yensuo sema one of the major challenges sanitation na any hygiene another challenge education and healthcare another challenge and economic empowerment say mebuno ebenye adwuma ye na Stephen North for timi aye adwuma na dem faso aba and also another challenge enti nyame ye madom na say ye share assembly na set say do mama confirmation na say these are critical areas ye need stakeholders like nananom assembly na ankasa and stakeholders omo can be ewom any other NGOs ye do member on board.
We a certificate north bank crash penny honorable Hafiz Dauda yensen training Joe Power and a boansemi anobai
Anka for hini ono so senior member Gwa Traditional Council eno Cape Coast nana obo asankoma otoso miensa na opanyi susu se obesre National House of Chiefs National Peace Council aban se wo mo hye ahemfo mo wa atifido mantam na obi an kantam kese na won hwe se ntokwa bebreba ekoso atifido mantam na nsan die ya asama ne homne so wobokoyi yen hwe nanka wo mo kantam ne gusu saa wo mo hwe se sa ntokwa no emma esanse won de wo hu ni se ntokwa nyina no eye wo mo a ena nam wo so ma emabuni ene wo mo akunkum mo nua ho no mo sori wo mo de abani ewo atifido mantam ho na opanyi chiremu se de asi aye no aban sei sika bebre kwa se wode kwa kopata ntokwa na asi ewo boko anase atifido mantem no eti se ntokwa ba gisi etam sika puduo e de asojafo ene aposifo ene bambofo nyina kogu ho ebeba kra ebe wiase na ebinum susu kra hwere wo mo enkwa enu nti won de opesu osusu se opemso otumfo se tutu ekọ na one wo mu kodi nkita ho wie na ntiase ye adwuma na asomdwe ne ba pe ahemfo wo atifido mantem na yema mo nkantam wo mo kantam kese na aban no nananom atena nkonwa ewo man mu National Peace Council fo akwa nyina agina ho bi na wo kantam wie na san akọ emantokwa kokosi dia na ne ehu se yetu anamon foforo bia na yetimi atu
why azmo ye yo wa Ghana ha nti otumfo afi de yesre na yaka otumfo mba yo roban so otumfo yambe ye na dom na Ghana fo ye boana maboku nsama sotwa ye maboku fo won ye ho adwene de ye fo ya pia wo mu ndinso ohini bi oboku bia ondinso de ohwe ma no krofo kun a we wie wo me ye ndam so ye hwe wo me ye ndam ye hwe de ohini bia ndinso e wo boku e wo na brongo e wo bembila in short wo be he northern chiefs wo mo bia ndinso onsua de ma no krofo kun a we wie na kun odo so do o ye de bo ma Ghana ye dodo o magana ye says kadodo
ebio nana obo asankomo otoso miensa kire se abanka chimpanimfo aban yiyi wo mu no omo me nananom mo me omo sede ebe ya omo betimi ni mo adi nkita ho bra no na ayonkofo edamontem no aye kama na no beboa ama omo adwuma omo ye na timi akoso
DCs na MCs na wabo hodin ma wo mba na wo maye ho adwene won ya ahemfo beye de wa ya ahemfala amambra kwanum no all that time bia wo mo ho na ye ntentie wa ahemfie autodu bio za makan de afi DC bi or bia o make sure that obey your hini bia na telephone number one office so yendama on a time bia good relationship will exist between the chiefs and the municipal chief executives so what bandama wayendama on a time bia ma kodo ukuro bia enyo hini de nkomo obaka ma kodo won potami biara enyo hini de nkomo obaka
Any ye ankafo hine ena woye senior member ewo Gwa Traditional Council Cape Coast Nana Obo Asankoma a otoso mensa ye nse ntro ni Kwesi Mensa Eagle FM Cape Coast hen odin semi ebreye
I was a 40 Kasebo piece 104.3 ye da ye ho ahomeso ye ba ye bekwa mo no ne agodie mu nsem
I need this summer. I need this summer. Full roofing systems. And this is Societe Generale. The Asampanamo. The only says, what's who then be? Let's who miss the card Boboswa. Tumuda, Boboswa, 1 time. All the 12 months. A year. The full roofing system. This is Societe Generale. Say, roof now, pay later. Bow down Sunday. Netuan Dachi.
Hey, so we are simple. Intimacy with the Yababoso.
Charlie, and so we like pound. And me, make a Fred Dolphin roofing systems for Sia.
Bow down Sunday. Dolphin roofing systems for aluminium and alloying roofing sheet. No more dinty. It knew the piano. East Lagoon, Yaben Trinity College, Allied Filling Station, at your pair. Dolphin roofing systems, Societe Generale, Sabrania Modan Suma, never 12 months, Tia, Nimbum, and Shake a Kawon, friends 030-804-0096, Niamonchim.
Tune it in, turn it up,
Peace FM,
and rip off the knob.
I was here for Yanko Amanone and some na US Mampenye Donald Trump and what they are to judge him say one more afa kwan bia ombetimi so se be ya nkomotwetwe a e de asumdwe ni kabia ebeba ewo Ukraine and afi Russia minor entemo no wo muguso a na wo mo hwe na sa niam mba ye den pa se wo nyina adwene be ko benkrom na kyese wo matimi apre ahwe asumdwe na akwa ye twema mentwe we sise wo de fa ha na we de awira ha wo de yese a ene wo muni bibi omba ye se wo mbetwe wo mo ho eho na US mampanye ene sentwefo atwetwe nkomo ewo ne office ye Oval Office ye ya ena woche se wo hwe ni mu ese empanyi ebesi enkonwa na sede no wonde wo no wo pe no wo pe ne de entententem kwata wo pe ntem na sade open intem no hwe na se won betwetwe won na ase aba besai brani adaje ne honkro ne bade a wo mu ni bibia ye se won betwe won hokora sa ne de mba ye bia no monya mo ene mo be koso ana mo atutu akodie kodie wagu Ukraine so se mo be ye dian se mo bekum nipa wo hadakoro se mo be ye dian eno chese watwi nani won fi won ka hwe emfa ho ebio na se sei Moscow won so do mo aba Moscow ena nanu ya wochese wo monso so ekoto ehye Ukraine so a Russia asrafo ni adejese wo nyina wo biatim Ukraine fo wo eminimu pa mampanyi Vladimir Putin so no wochese sankomotwetwe ya ebema wo agtai okon ya wo swai ewo Ukraine so no wochese ansana wo ebetwe wo apere amasomdwaba no wo de niema bi egu akwam so wo hwe ni mu se wo mutimi emiti sa conditions ne dia ene Russia fo betwe wo mu na so wo mu antimi dia ene so wo mu gina mu a etugum se ya ekum nipa no
afa ball bo mama fa Ghana Premier League no nyame ya adomu a ochena Bechem United ene Brekum Chelsea ena ebo baby any Gold Stars wonom ene mediama ebebo Dreams FC any Vision FC bebo House of Lions any Accra Lions ye lion from you ena wonum ebo lion from you no bebo nyame ya adomu a ochena sanso ena Accra House of Oaks wonum ene Karela United ebebo Holy Stars ni Legon Cities afei Kumasi Asane Kodoko wonum ne Nations FC ena Young Apostles ena afei Samatex ena wonum ebebo nyame adom a ochina ma yenko abrofo no mu Spanish La Liga no enra Espanyol ene Getafe ne boy Espanyol shebako ema Getafe o mantimi ansimu adabraka ene de ebekoso ni Rayo Vallecano ene Valencia bebo afei Real Mallorca wonom ne Leganés ena ebo Las Palmas ene Atletico Madrid ebebo na team yi a wo mu hunu wo mu ho ano a na no Real Madrid lusu ye na ye o mo de kire se wo mu peso be shia Real Madrid wo mu suro mu jemfite se wo mu hia mo pe asema aba me kire Barcelona wonom ne Celta Vigo ena ebo de omunko kokwa bia Celta Vigo be hia omu bia omu hia omu a okina no pom beti yenka enti no yenko English Premier League no EPL no ene de ebekoso ni Brentford ene Brighton and Hove Albion nebo Crystal Palace ene Bournemouth womo ebo Everton ene Man City Manchester City ene bebo West Ham United ne Southampton bebo Aston Villa ena afi Newcastle ena wonum ebebo nti agude mu nsam no ne yegina so ede kase boya ba na wieye midin ede akosua sapon meaning mame biama kwafo biama this way chocolate drink specialized natural mineral water and our best point savings and loans yadamu nyina say amamumo anything.
Tune it in, turn it up, Peace FM, and rip off the knob.